I'm not quite sure why I'm glowing. At least that's how it looks on the screen of my phone. But it's going to be like a filter on the camera, I guess, for this live stream. It's not going to be a long one. I don't have much battery, and I haven't centered at all before starting this live stream to have any sense of true awareness to really give from a place of self. I mean, the live stream says it all. I am in a process of losing my mind and fighting that process, seeing where it takes me or seeing where I get off. And I normally have a sense, at least a slight sense, making a video where I'm at in terms of intention, and just where I'm at in terms of pain to life and what I can give. But the process of where I'm at is a case of it's like a fever. It's a case of my sexual center is being activated at a time that's really inappropriate and would never be activated. So in other words, imagine being in terror. Imagine the terror keep getting higher and higher, worse and worse. You enter into oblivion. There's a total emptiness inside, and no matter how loud the noise on the outside, it's utter silence to you. And then, through the process that you're being taken through, I don't know if it's spirituality, I don't know if I'm dying, I don't know if it's something else, but it's a process that shouldn't be taking place according to nature, as far as I can see. Somewhere along that line, a sexual energy sets in. And for myself, I know that it just doesn't matter. It's like I can't get beyond that silence inside of me to life. It's utter silence. But my ears are telling me the world's alive. My ears are ringing to whatever's on the outside, but all I know is that silence to life on the inside, and it's killing me more and more. But as the noise on the outside gets louder, my sexual energies are activated for some reason. And unfortunately, they run the body. So the body is going mad to the sexual energy. And I'm within it, watching myself go mad to this energy, not taken by the energy in any way, but watching my body suffer. That's what it is. It's not a case of I want that energy in any way, or I'm enjoying that energy. So it's like the sexual energy, as far as I understand it, is enjoyable. Where I am, it's a case of I just can't, it just doesn't exist in my mind. And my body, it's like it must be a withdrawal from all of my life where I've looked at sexual energy as enjoyable. And my body's been programmed to the endorphins in the brain to enjoy sexual energy. Knowing my state to life, And that being the fundamental, most important thing to my life. I would leave, well, I don't even have it. I was going to say I would leave that sexual energy in the blink of an eye. I haven't even claimed it. It just doesn't exist to me. The importance of staying centered to this process and that silence-like state that I described is where I'm at, and I cannot see a thing beyond that. My mind is telling me I've got love stories, I've got this and that, and it's just that state is the most fundamental thing to being alive. I know if I can stay focused to that, whatever happens will be appropriate to some level. And that's the most important thing in this world when we're social animals, is to be as appropriate as possible to each other. And that keeps me out of hospital, and that keeps me safe away from that fucking medication. Which has basically ruined my life. It's made me lose my mind. It's taken me to this place through the fear and the stress that it creates on innocent people. And, well, the best way I can describe that sexual energy relationship to my life is a fever. It's like I've got a fever in the simplest sense. So that's where I'm at, and the fever makes the mind intoxicated in a way that is a mixed up sexual endorphin based, I don't know how to look at it, describe it, but somewhere between all of that, there's a arrogance, I guess. And I just needed to humble my life from that fever, that intoxication. As I said, it's probably a cleansing process from all of my life where I've become addicted to sexual energy. And in that place of being overwhelmed and riding that storm as best as I can, to just, it's been like 3-4 days non-stop of riding this current wave of fever. And I'm nowhere clear of it, but what's happened is, as I'm fighting the wave, my mind has been programmed as a result of my life and my mental health and all of my journey to cope with the unconscious. In other words, the unconscious mind. That's my relationship to life. And in the unconscious mind, it could be anything. So in other words, that's a way to deal with whatever comes your way from an internal perspective. How to know what to do through a madness. And as I'm fighting this wave, as I'm falling over and getting tortured, I'm being tortured. There's no way to hide that. I'm being tortured, and I'm programmed to find references and programmed to find strength in the smallest of things. And once I get a little basket of little bits from my life that I can gather, it gives me just enough strength to look like I'm standing up. where it looks like I'm standing up and I speak these words and I look back at my life, I realise how bad things really are, how stomach churning the experience is, how petrified I am to the trauma this is going to cause me for the rest of my life. But then again, speaking these words, I realise that the likelihood of what I am going through is very much on what I said. It's like, I remember watching, I didn't watch the full movie, but Trainspotting. It's basically Scottish heroin addicts. And in the cleansing process, one of the addicts, they lock themselves in a room and they basically rip to bits in the body, withdrawing from that chemical substance. And I'm hoping that's all it is right now, that I'm being ripped to bits. And it really does kind of look like that from a perspective, because I am being made to be very, very weak. Where I'm being ripped to bits, if I am being made weaker, then all of the trauma that I'm suffering can be held, can be dealt with relatively easily once I regain strength. So I've given myself some hope with this video. I'm going to end it here. It's Sunday and I'm looking like a ghost at the moment from the afterlife, and that's what it kind of feels like from where I'm at. So from the afterlife, don't enjoy that sun too much. It gives life and it takes life. Find the balance.